Gentlemen, welcome your faces to a new vlog today. I hope you're having a lovely day. Starting a little bit different. Normally I'm holding my phone and doing vlogging like this, but we're starting it on the computer today. So this week's vlog for you is a little bit different for you, but it's something I do want to incorporate into the main kind of like vlog in a way. But I just want to kind of just do this separate and kind of see if how it goes, and it was old footage, so it's kind of a bit of a weird one. So I had a vlog just like from a few weeks ago, and I was like, I've got this vlog just sat here, but I have been recording like this week's vlog, so I've got that. So that will be this week's actual normal vlog will be coming out early next week. It'll probably be out on Tuesday for your faces. But this week's vlog is about photo editing. So I want to incorporate it into the actual main vlog. It's just this footage I've just kind of sat holding, kind of going, oh my Christ. Yeah, so this week's mainly just a bit of a montage video being out and about at the beach and stuff like that. And then secondly, mainly just diving in, showing you what I do with photo editing and stuff like that. So that's the concept of this week's vlog. But if you're not into photo editing, totally understand, but give it a go. You might be interested in it. Then next week, like I said, the normal like shenanigan kind of vlog will be up on Tuesday, which I'm going to edit after I've rendered out this vlog, because you know, I'm such a pro at doing these videos. So hopefully you enjoy the photo editing, and roll on montage of me at the beach.
You see in the movies. Now you see the parachute in there. Oh, that's terrifying to start with. Once you get up and do it.
Did you press the button?
Yep.
So that's recording now. So that's recording to pick you up. So if you press it again, then it stops recording.
What if I do this?
Turns around. toe into doing a bit of photo editing for you. It is part of the vlog. It's something I want to kind of incorporate a little bit more into the vlog, kind of show you what a bit of photo editing can do to a photo and make it pop. This is something I do pay for, subscriptions and stuff like that, so not everyone has access to this, but you can get an app on your phone. I highly suggest doing it if you are into photography. It's what I was using for a while. It is called Photoshop Express. That's what I recommend using because it's very good. It's like Photoshop. It has like some basics, but it doesn't give you like the custom. I don't know. It doesn't give you the in depth that you get with a Lightroom Classic, which I'm using. There's two types of Lightroom. There's a new modern day one, which is called Lightroom. Just called Lightroom. Then you got Lightroom Classic, and that's the one I use. In Lightroom Classic, it gives you more in depth and more basics. And it's kind of like on the cloud. That's the best way to put it. So you can access the Lightroom cloud, we'd essentially call it, from your phone and on your computer. So you can edit in different places, but it's very limited with its tools, but it's being updated. But Lightroom Classic can only be used on desktop. So I highly recommend, if you've got a desktop and all that stuff, use this if you're into photography. I really, really do. It's like I've started using it a bit more. I am a bit of a scrub at this, so I am still learning the ways. It's very, very simple editing I do. I'm still learning this, so I'm no pro or anything like that. So if you are a beginner like me in a way, then this is perfect. So as you can see here, we've got a bit of a nice picture from down in my local town with some like sea huts. So it's got a bit of nice variety of colours on there. So it's got a bit of blue, got a bit of red, it's got a bit of pink, a bit of yellow. You can see it's a nice variety of colours, and you can do simple things on this to kind of give you an idea of what you can do with your photos. You can give it profiles, so you can give it like all different kind of feeling to it. So it's like it really changes the idea of it. And all you got to do is just hover your mouse over the top of it, and you can see all the difference. And I really like that you can hover over the top. It's like you can go black and white if you wanted to. It's really cool that you can do this, and you know what? I do kind of like that one. I do like that one. I do. It's a bit different kind of vibe. But this is normally where I normally hang out. I tend to hang out in the modern kind of section in a way, because it kind of gives that kind of like a nice clean look to the picture, but it's not like really over the top really. So I always like to stick between like 6 or 7. 7's normally my go-to one because it's very clean and it's not too over the top as well. So it's like that's the default picture. Then it's just like it kind of brings it in a bit. It just brings it in a bit, not too much. So that's what I like to use there. So we're going to go with 7 on this one for like the photo. So once you're done with that, you just click you can adjust it and all that, so you can make it a little bit more like that, or you can go back to normal. But I always stick to like the normal, like legit, just like 100%. Don't like to mess around too much with the profile, but I could always be messed around with any time. Then obviously you've got your temperature and stuff like that. I don't really tend to mess with tint or anything like that. Only things I really like to mess around with is like maybe like exposure and stuff like that. So you can make it really bright, you can make it just slightly. But I always stick by the fact with photos, you want to have them like realistic. You don't want to make them like too like over the top in a way. So I always go to like 0.9%. That's like my go-to one, because if you go to like that, then that's just ruin the picture. So I just like to do little subtle changes. So it just like enhances the photo and it just makes it get a little bit more detail. So this one basically makes it look a bit more soft, or if you want to make it more more depth in a way, as I like. So I don't know what the correct terms are for like editing in a way, but if you just want to kind of add just like a little bit, so you got a bit of that. So this is kind of kind of say like the stuff I post on Instagram. This is the kind of stuff I do. Like I look at the photos I take, then I kind of just go mess around, tweak with it. And I always got to know what I kind of already like in my head, but I always like to cheek around with it. So like highlights, you can really make it, bring the brightness up on it. You can make it really dark if you wanted to. But I like to make it a little bit more lighter. I would, because it's down by the beach. You want it to be nice and like not too like much. You could do, but I just want to kind of have sort of a bit of shadow. So I'm gonna say about 30. I think 30 is pretty good. So we can make it a bit more shadow if you want, or if we want to brighten it up, which I want to do. Not too much shadow though. I just want to add like a little bit. So let's see if we can see the difference already. It's very subtle. It is. It's very subtle, but it's the little things. You might not notice it. That's the thing. Some people might notice it. Some people might not. It is one of them like you can see when it's like for me. I can now tell when a photo is edited and not photo edited. And that's like the fast difference. So right, so we're messing around with the whites now. This is the one which I try my best not to overdo, but kind of keep it like it's enhanced a bit the whiteness. And the dark, I don't know, dark one's always a bit of one, black one. So I don't want to kind of get eliminated too much, but I like it being kind of like not too dark, especially because it's like a seaside picture. So I want to kind of add like a nice bit of a nice bright colour. So you've got texture here, which art texture. I absolutely love the texture one. So you can make it really extreme, or you can make it super soft. I call it the soft version. I do that one. But I like to just kind of hover, just like give it a little bit of a texture in a way, not too much. Then so you can do it, make it really kind of like blurry in a way. I'd say that one once again, it's kind of a bit of a dreamy kind of vibe, that one. But I like to kind of go for like a bit like this kind of style in a way. So it's like, because you really see the difference, like very dreamy. And you got this like very like slick, clean kind of thing going on here. That's more better. So let's see if we can see the difference already. So you got that. Just the little differences in the picture already, which I absolutely love. Like I said, you might not notice it. You might do. You might not. So this one, you'll notice the difference if you look at the clouds. It's like the darker it gets in a way. So this one, I don't really tend to mess around with this one too much. But it depends on the picture I'm taking. So I don't want to make it like too dark, because then it starts making it look fake. So if you look at, I feel like there's got a bit of a fake vibe now. So I'm like, it doesn't look legit. That doesn't. So I want to keep it like looking legit. So I just want to say maybe to add like just a tinsy bit. I feel like it's not bad having a little bit on it. But not too much, because you want. It depends what kind of photography you want to do in a way. So like, if you want to make it look fake, and go over the top editing in a way. But I try my best to like, with what I like to do, is like keep it like as like down to earth as I can. Sometimes I can go over the top with editing. I just get carried away with like, if there's multiple colors in it, then that's when I just lose control and kind of go, oh my god, I can make it go this color. I can do this. But this is my favourite bit of the editing, like, the bendy line. I don't tone curver. So this is where you can really go at your photos. Sorry about the ping there. The ping's everywhere now. So you can really like, mess around with like everything. So you got the lighting here. So I want to make it kind of light. So just so you can see it's very like over the top there now, isn't it? So. Don't know if I want to maybe bring that down a bit, like the highlights a bit. Might just bring it up a bit. Yeah, that's okay there. So it's only just like two. It's not really gone up, has it? So I don't want to go too high. So I'll just go say like 11. That's like 2. I don't want to go too high. I'm just messing around still. We'll stick with that for now. We'll stick with that for now. So we've got the darks here. So this is where we can like bring it back down if we wanted to, make it like nice dark. Or if you want to keep on that light effect in a way, we just keep going up and up and up. But well, I want to have a little bit dark to the picture. I don't want to make it too like light in a way. Because my objective is try to get some of these colours popping in a way. I want to get some of these colours popping. So it's just messing around, finding like that right balance. You're gonna go. That's the point. So that's just like a 0.1, well, -1. So part of me wants to stick with that, but part of me does want to lift that bar up. I think we might lift that bar up a bit, to be fair. So just make it a little bit brighter. So that's the old version. The newer version. So then we've got the shadows. So this is where we can mess around with the shadow sort of thing here. And you can make it as dark as you want. So I think shadows, we might just go about by here, because I like having a bit of the shadows. Right, this is the part I absolutely love. This is a cool thing if you are messing around with like Photoshop or anything like that. Well, not Photoshop. Lightroom Classic. I always get mixed up in the names. So if you want to eliminate all the colours, go to this one here. And if you just want, say if you follow my Instagram pictures and stuff like that, so if I'm holding like my red PlayStation controller, how I do it literally is just slide down all these colours and just take all the tones out of all the picture. Take all the tone out of it. So this colour, there's this pretty got no life to it. So then, say if we got the blue, we can just bring the blue back into it. Hey, I could just keep it like that if I wanted to. That looks a bit funky, you could say. But I don't really want to go with that one. So you could do that, or if you just wanted to go for pink. Yeah. So you got a little bit of. It's not really the pink, is there, really, that one. Trying to think of like a good colour that's going to pop out. Oh, there we are. So it's going to be more the reds in a way. So you can make the reds kind of stand out. Also, it's more of the pink it is on the picture, really. But you can really like pull out these kind of like the colours on its own. So you can just have it all like this tone and just have these colours popping out. That's what I love about this. You can just make it into any kind of style you want. I absolutely love it. I do absolutely love messing around in. Don't know what it is about it. Really don't know. Absolutely just love messing around with like different tones. And sometimes I mess around and go, oh, that's not what I wanted to do with the picture. But I just end up creating this. Yippee-dippee-doo. Then I end up sticking with it. So we'll get all these like back in the middle here. There probably is a shortcut to reset this, but I can't remember the top of my head right now because my mind's just doing a blank. Get them all back lined up, and I'll just show you what I would do with this picture myself. So that's back to it how it would normally be. But so what personally myself I would do, I just like to enhance the colours a little bit. So mess around with it, kind of so you can see the differences. So I would probably just go up, say like up a little bit on each one. So we've got a bit of yellow here in a way, so possibly could. Trying to think, what's got them kind of darker colours in the background, so maybe we could like enhance them a little bit. We've got the yellow on the floor. Obviously, you've got to be very careful because if we go too high up, it's actually messing with the sun a bit on the ground. So maybe not too much. Obviously, we can make it like really like dull like that, but we want to kind of keep that yellow in. So just enhance it a little bit. Don't really see much green in the picture other than this bush down in the corner you see down here, which I didn't really notice when I took this photo. So we could kind of really like bulk up the green on that, really like make it like ultra like cool. And I love doing that with especially take pictures of flowers and stuff like that. You can really like enhance the colours on them. And this one we can mess around with. Could do a little something, but don't really do too much. I feel like the blue, this one was like we can really mess with this one. So the blue is a very like dominant colour in this picture, so you can really like make it as dark as you wanted. You can make it just like as maybe like less blue, but I want to kind of go for that nice, because red blue is a very dominant kind of colour in this. I would kind of like to make it enhanced a bit more, possibly. Do we want to go a bit more? I think not too much, because that's when it just takes away from not really too realistic then. That's about 30. Don't think you can we could change to purple. Apparently, it's apparently a bit of purple in the picture. I probably won't mess with them kind of colours, but then you can jump over to here. You can mess around with the colours here as well, so you can really like mess around with the colours here. And it's like the second palette I recommend. So I always recommend messing with that one first, because you can see the difference in between like making everything really dull and everything like really bright. Then this one I just say kind of just, it's the final touches to the picture in a way. Just like most of the time I find myself kind of like doing minusing on the pictures in a way, on this section. That's what I personally find myself doing, just doing more minusing. Like if you look at the green bush now, look at the bush down by here, you will see I can make it like super green, or I can just make it look like it kind of looks like it's kind of dead in the picture in a way, like there's a dead plant. But I like to kind of make sure it's got a little bit of life to it. It has got a bit purple actually, and tell lies, I just noticed the little bits on the flat stems there. I don't know if we can zoom in on it. So if we go down to it, so if we go to the purple, actually, didn't really think about that. Didn't really think about the purple. So we can actually use a bit of purple on the picture. So we can mess around with the purple there. So we not too much. It's cool to know. There is a bit of purple in the picture, but it's not the main dominant color. So it's the little things. Obviously, we've got a bit of orange down there, so that could be like we can get a little bit more rusted if we wanted to in a way. We've got a bit of yellow. So obviously we've done that with yellow. Then over here, I don't really tend to mess around with this bit too much, really myself. You can always mess around with it if you want, but personally myself, I don't really a lot. So if I just do that. I might brighten it up a little bit. So looking at the green, so I can make. Oh, see, I think that's actually really nice. Kind of just going. That looks a little bit more like a bit more of a healthier kind of plant in a way. So that's kind of helpful. So we can probably mess around with this blue here a bit more. So we can make it a little bit darker a bit again. So I'd say this is like a bit more like the darker section. So if you want to make it like really like dark, right, that just looks like a painting now. It just looks like a painting. It doesn't look like a photo, so that's why I was just like, I don't want to make it like too fake or anything like that. I want to kind of just like add a little bit of a little bit to it, but not too much. I'll go with that. I feel. Purple. We'll mess around. Very subtle little purple on the picture. But yeah, that's about it really. What I normally do. With average photos, there is like more stuff you probably could do with Photoshop. I don't really tend around. I'm still like learning it. So that's what I normally do when it comes to photo editing. So that's kind of like the basic like before and after in a way. Just kind of it really kind of cleans up the picture, brightens it up. So if you are into photography and stuff like that, hopefully you have enjoyed this, and it's kind of opened your eyes to what a bit of photo editing can do to a photo. It can really like make a difference, brighten it up. And really make it pop. So if you've got like an Instagram account and stuff like that, and you really want to like make your photos, then I highly recommend looking into Lightroom Classic, because it's £10 a month. You can get a photography one. I just want to add as also to this, not sponsored, nothing like that. I literally pay for it out of my own pocket. So if you want to kind of like make your photos pop a bit more, get a subscription. I highly recommend it. Get the photography bundle, because that's what I have. It's £10 a month. And I use this software every single week, so it's totally worth the investment if you want to make your pictures have that nice thing. And if you have any like tips or advice to me, like because you use the software, then let us know in the comments down below. But hopefully